Hey everyone, hi, how are you? For anyone who doesn't know me, hi, my name is Winter, and this particular reading, I actually take this type of reading very, very seriously. I'm not sure what's going to come out in the reading once we get started. However, I am going to be focusing more on like the shadow type aspects. So if you are feeling like in a place where you're not sure if you could handle hearing messages like this, then please feel free to either skip this reading or pause it and come back. But I definitely feel like this type of reading is very important to help you to be able to, you know, look at darker aspects of yourself, because it helps you to grow and evolve. So however, this is a collective reading and the cards are very sensitive to energies. So it could be that I am picking up on your energy or the energy of someone around you, so, or that's like connected to you. So take it how it resonates. You may have to flip, switch, or reverse the roles to try to figure out how it fits for you, but never try to force it. If it doesn't fit, then just let it go. Okay, so I'm just going to clear out the energy for myself and yourself and call in spirit. If you would like to, go ahead and visualize a healing light full of unconditional love, just enveloping you and, you know, just protecting you. You can breathe that light in, become one with the light, and then just ask your spirit guides or your ancestors. You can even just ask your higher self, the universe, or God to communicate with you. So sorry, they were just showing me these these crazy looking ducks, like really funny looking ducks. I've got my eyes closed and they're showing me visions of these like really silly ducks that are just kind of prancing around. So I don't know why they're showing me this. Maybe some of you have got like a very like dark sense of humor, because like I'm trying to like focus on like the darker aspects, and now like there's something silly going on. So maybe you have a very dark sense of humor. You may laugh at inappropriate times. I don't know like why they're showing me this. Maybe like funny ducks are significant in some form or fashion. Okay. Thank you, Divine Source Energy, Divine Holy Spirit. Thank you, Spirit Guides, Angels, Archangels, Guardian Angels, Ascended Masters of Love and Light, Ancestors of the Highest Good, Angelic, Cosmic, Galactic, Benevolent Beings, and Benevolent Higher Light Beings. For the good of all and to the harm of none, I call upon you now, and I invite you here into this sacred space to help me grasp messages and answers that need to be delivered. I thank you for being here with me for this reading that I will do for the collective, for assisting me to see, hear, feel, and know the messages that you have today, and convey them in such a way as to enlighten, inspire, and heal. May the messages received here today really make a difference in the lives of those who are drawn here. May the messages received through the decks of cards bring messages of value, blessings, clarity, insight, guidance, validation, confirmation, information, answers that come from love. I thank you for the accuracy of the cards and the accuracy on my part as well. And I thank you that this reading is only for the greatest and highest good and to the harm of none, with peace, love, light, and gratitude. So it is. Namaste. Okay. All right. So I've had this deck for a little while now, but I haven't had a chance to really like use it. And I also got the book. You guys may be seeing like 53 or the number 7 or 70 or like 7s, 5s, 3s. But there may be this energy of raging against the machine. Like, I feel like with that authority card coming out, like you may really have a problem with the establishment and positions of authority. Like, you don't feel like people should have authority over other people. Maybe you've gotten in trouble with the law in the past, or like you've had issues with like the police, or maybe like people in higher up positions. Maybe there's even like some father related issues for some of you. Show me clearly. Messages do you have? Whoa. A bunch of cards wanting to fly out. I'm gonna look at them, but I'm not. So look, we've got empathic and lacking empathy. I feel like I'm talking to someone that is in a relationship. Like, one of you is an empath and the other is a narcissist. And it's crazy that these two cards would come out together. You may people may have really like taken advantage of your kindness. Like, people have really what's the word I'm looking for? Like, taking your kindness and just like taking your kindness as a weakness. Hold on just a second. I want to look at the book because I just got the book not too long ago. So this one right here with the lacking empathy, it's about exhibiting an inability to deeply connect with the emotions and experiences of others, leading to potential misunderstandings and unintentional harm. Yeah, so I feel like this is exactly, I feel like what I'm dealing with is someone here, like you are the empath, like you are very empathic, you are very in touch with your emotions to the point where you may be like overly sensitive, or like become very overstimulated because you are so very empathic, and you've been dealing with a lot of narcissistic type people that don't know how to truly feel, that they are someone here who's very cruel or cold, someone here who does not know how to feel you, doesn't know how to like, and it's like you may feel as though like misunderstood by your partner. And you know what, your partner may not necessarily be a narcissist. I feel like for some of you, you're dealing with a partner that may actually be a little bit like on the autistic spectrum, where they're not necessarily in touch with their emotions. They don't truly understand the emotions. So like, you're dealing with someone who may be like extremely intelligent, but like they are not able to connect with that side, that empathetic side, because there is they're kind of on the spectrum a bit. So they don't just, they can't get it. They're not as emotionally, it's like their emotional IQ is lower than yours are. They just can't understand you. There's a disconnect in the feelings between the two of you. So like, you cultivate empathy, right? You have this deep connection to other people, to yourself. Like you can truly empathize with others, but you're dealing with this person who seems cold and withdrawn, but really this person just doesn't get it. They don't understand emotions the way you do, on the level that you do. And it's not that this person's necessarily a narcissist. Some of you that are drawn to this reading, yes, you may be dealing with a narcissist, just a flat out narcissist, but others of you, you're dealing with someone that it's not that they're cold or uncaring. They just don't know how to connect with those emotions like you do. There, you know, there's, it's like when you tell someone, oh, and this is just an example that Spirit is giving me. Like if you were to tell this person, oh, that piece of cake has got your name written all over it, they would go looking for their name on that piece of cake. They just don't get it. And I'm not saying that their knowledge, I'm not saying this as far as like their logic or their mind. I'm saying emotionally it would. So I don't know how to like give an example for that emotionally, but let's just say if that, you know, like using that as an example is the best thing that I know how to do. But then we as soon as I pick this deck up, we've got Moody here. Like you could also go from being very empathic to being cold, just like that. Like it, you know, like you could waver back and forth between extremely empathic to like cold and uncaring, is like once someone pushes you to that point. Because I do have this Moody right here, and it says, are you allowing the actions or feelings of others to affect your overall health? So you could be dealing with someone who's really affecting your mood, and maybe your happiness depends on someone else, like your partner. Like your emotions are, because empathy deals with emotions. So I feel like your emotions are highly affected too by a person. Like they have the ability to change your behavior. And some of you may also like just be very like moody. Like your feelings, your behaviors can change quickly without any kind of warning. And that may be very exhausting for you. You may have also grown up dealing with someone, like seeing someone get angry or mad, for some of you. Yeah, I feel like for most of you, though, this is about like this empath and narcissist relationship, or this empath and someone who is a bit autistic. And this person may not even know that they're autistic. You may not even know that this person is on the spectrum a little bit. But if you go back and you think about it, you may be like, oh my God, yes. Because this person, you know, may very well be smart, talented, you know, but they're a bit on the spectrum. Like Einstein was autistic. So that's what I feel for many of you. You're dealing with, and so it's kind of getting confused with this person, you know, being narcissistic. They just don't get it emotionally. They, you know, they may be very intelligent, very smart, but very smart, very intelligent, very smart. They may be a very intelligent person, or, you know, what have you, but they just don't. They can't connect with you emotionally, and they may come across as very cold and uncaring. What other messages do you have for the viewer of this reading, Spirit? Those that will come across this reading. Okay, and then we've got controlling here. So you may find that you are being controlling at times, because well, I was seeing the clingy card a moment ago. So it's almost like you may feel like you need to control other people because, for one, you feel like you need people to need you, because there's that clingy energy from the clingy card that I seen. But maybe you fear that things are going to go completely wrong if you don't have control over a person or a situation. Or you could be dealing with someone who tries to control you or tries to control the situation because this fear that something will go wrong. And it says you try to control people and situations to an unhealthy extent through manipulation or threats. You may even threaten your partner that you're going to leave them in order to manipulate them to get them to treat you better. Or maybe that's your partner does that to you, threatens to constantly like leave the relationship because they're trying to control your behavior to get you to fall in line, or whatever it is, type of thing. There is this sense of like trying to like control finances, or there may be like actual threats being made, or like these very manipulative mind games. This is card number 17, and the card in the major arcana, card number 17 is the star card, and the star card represents healing, faith, hope. So it's like I feel like Spirit is saying like it's okay for you to have faith in other people, that it's okay for you to like release control and have faith in a situation, or have faith in other people. Like you may really not even realize that you're controlling others through like trying to like coerce them into doing what you want, or like trying to like even by trying to like talk someone into doing something that they don't want to do, or that is a form of manipulation. That's coercion, right? Maybe you try to do this to those close to you, like your partner, your family member, or like friends, or like coworkers, or just people in general, just because you feel like you need to have that sense of power or control, because if you don't, then it all is going to fall apart. Like you feel like you've got to control your household, or micromanage things within your home, because maybe you feel like if you don't, then things are just going to, fall all over the place, or like things are going to fall apart. And you may find that you're overly controlling over children, or, spouses, or whoever this is, because there is this energy of, well, like if I don't, then everything's just going to fall apart. And then that, it can cause a lot of anxiety within you. Maybe you feel like if others kind of do their own thing, that they would come to realize that they don't need you, or that they don't love you, and maybe that's not something that's at the forefront of your mind, but somewhere like within the subconscious, that shadow is like, well, if I release control, if I let them do it themselves, then they'll realize that they don't need me, that they don't love me, and that I don't have a purpose. And so there is that need to really control the situation, or control other people. Maybe you have been taught that in order to love, you need to protect and control others. This is something that you have learned either from a young age, or, at some point in your life. So this control is definitely something that is driven by a fear of vulnerability, being vulnerable, because when you give up control, it makes you vulnerable. And so there is this fear of vulnerability, this desire to avoid facing your own problems, your own insecurities. So consider whether or not this behavior stems from learned patterns or messages that you have received from past relationships or from your parents or whatever this is. You know, like, recognize that genuine, true love involves trust, which again, that would be the star card as well. Trusting, having trust, having faith, you know, being able to communicate, allowing others that freedom to really express themselves, to do, you know, to handle something themselves. You know, embrace the idea that controlling behaviors, it does provide like a temporary sense of security for you, but then ultimately it's going to hinder your growth and the growth of others as well. And it takes away that authentic connection. So shift the focus, or shift your focus from control to cultivating a supportive environment where you have that that trust and that understanding within yourself and within the connection, so that you and other people, or your partner or your children or your family, are more able to thrive. Yeah, look at that. The Three of Pentacles. This is that trying to control, like, you know, having everybody together and trying to be the one that is controlling, like, okay, so we're going to, you know, this is your job, this is your job, this is your job, like within the house. Like, let's just say everyone is, you know, needing to clean and do this and do that, and so like you're the one in charge, like, and trying to keep everyone in line. Show me clearly, Spirit, what other messages do you have? So we're going to use my my Shadow Work Tarot deck. What other messages do you have, Spirit? The Two of Wands. Yeah, there is a lot of hesitation too. The Nine of Wands, because you've been so wounded. And the Hanged Man. Again, needing to surrender, needing to let go. And then we've got the Shadow on the bottom of the deck. This particular deck has got, I think it's like 2 extra cards, but anyways, this one right here is the Shadow. I want to look. Where did I could have sworn I put the book over here. I just want to look and read what the book says about the Shadow card. If I can see what I did with the book. So sorry, you guys. Please just give me 1 second. If I can't find it, then that'll just be my sign from Spirit that I don't need it. But never mind. I just found it. Okay, let me see what it says for this Shadow card. If I can find the page now. Oh my gosh, those of you who are still here, still listening, like, I really appreciate you. Maybe it's at the back. Okay, here it is, the Shadow. This card represents the unconscious, repressed aspects of the self, often indicating a need to confront and integrate the hidden fears and desires to achieve wholeness. See, look, that's exactly like, you know, because that's why I said I wanted to do this. And this deck right here is called Dark Reflections. So it's not necessarily like a shadow work deck, but that's what I wanted to do, was focus on the shadow. And there we have the shadow right there. So these are darker aspects of yourself that that you have repressed. So it's like you may feel a bit confused or irrational, like feeling misguided. There's a sense of paranoia or obsession. This card right here can represent narcissistic And it's like, I feel like Spirit wants you to ask yourself, like, is it possible that you believe what, or like, is it possible that something you believe is not true? Is there something within yourself that you believe about others, or that you believe about yourself, that isn't true? Are you going deep enough when you are doing introspective thinking? Like when you really ask yourself those deep, dark questions, are you truly going deep enough? Are you truly connecting with that dark side of yourself and facing that shadow within yourself? Are you truly capable of seeing that part of yourself that is difficult? I mean, I know it's hard to admit that, you know, oh my God, like, if you really think about it, oh my God, like, am I controlling? Am I truly controlling? Do I really manipulate people? And I know that's difficult to really take time to admit that to yourself. I feel like some of you, with the Two of Wands, this represents, and in the shadow aspects of the Two of Wands, it represents like playing it safe, you know, a lot of doubt, delays. So with the Two of Wands and the Hanged Man, it feels like there is some stunted growth, and it's stemming from like controlling. You may feel like you're at a place of indecision, or feeling stuck where you currently are, or this is Spirit saying this is why there has been little to no progress. This is why there's been little to no progress, because there's you trying to control a situation or a person so much that it has caused something here to stall. And you may be hesitating giving up control as well, because the Hanged Man can represent giving up control. I feel like, you know, it's time to like maybe even venture out on to a new path, because the Two of Wands can represent like venturing out and, you know, going a new path. But with it being in the shadow aspect, there's this energy of like over analyzing, being afraid, and getting yourself like in this over analysis paralysis. And so like there's this sense of like playing it safe. Having control makes you feel safe where you're at. And if you let go, then that means you don't know what's going to happen next. So you just kind of stay right there. It's like staying where it's comfortable. It feels comfortable there. I feel like maybe you even kind of run these worst case scenarios through your mind. And fear, this Two of Wands here in the shadow, fear is keeping you exactly where you're at, lacking direction. And so like, because the Hanged Man can represent like uncertainty, lacking direction. So you just kind of stay where you're at, feeling trapped, even controlling yourself. there's this battle within yourself. You may even like would rather like burn something down to the ground before giving up control too. It's like draining. Something here is draining on your mental health. Feeling worn out, feeling worn down. And it's like you need to just trust that even if struggles happen, like you giving up control, just trust that these struggles are going to make you stronger. Like you have this inner strength. You have enough strength within you to give up control, to let go. And the Hanged Man is a card of like giving up control, letting go. But when it's in the challenge, it's like unable to let go. It is kind of stuck in a rut, stuck in a cycle, an endless loop. Again, though, with the Two of Wands and the Hanged Man together, like this may, and then that Knight of Wands right in the middle, this may be like some sort of ongoing battle that you've been going through within a situation. You may really be trying to force someone or manipulate someone into feeling something because you really just want them to react a certain way or to feel a certain way. And so like you may like try to trigger them just so that you can get an emotion out of them. Deliberately trying to like trigger them, try to upset or hurt them just so they could feel something, or so that you want them to feel what you felt, or maybe you want them to feel the pain that you have felt because you have felt like they didn't care, that they weren't being empathetic to you, or you couldn't tell if they actually had any feelings or caring at all. So you would deliberately like trigger them to get some sort of reaction out of them. And this is really like, either this has caused you to stay where you currently are with any growth, or this has caused you to constantly like be in your head, over analyzing things, over analyzing how your person feels, or over analyzing yourself, feeling like you yourself aren't ready. I feel like you've held out on acting on something for so long too, that maybe you may feel like you have already lost out on some sort of an opportunity. But regardless, when the Hanged Man is in that shadow energy, it's stuck, stagnant energy. And there is this need to look within this shadow here to gain a new perspective. I also too, with that King of Pentacles, you're either staying at a job out of fear because there's this hesitation to move forward out of fear, or you're staying in a relationship out of fear. But regardless, I'm seeing fear around your security in some form or fashion with that King of Pentacles, either security within a relationship or your financial security. You may also, and the shadow definitely feels like a lot of fearful energy. I mean, look at that thing, the way it's bent sideways and just kind of looking with them eyes. I mean, that is creepy. What is it? The Casper Site. You guys ever watch Casper Site on YouTube? Shout out Casper Site. I know he doesn't even know who I am, but I think he is brilliant. He's so funny where he goes, "Who are you?" He's hilarious. Anyways, he would totally, what he calls stuff like that, chicken, getting the chicken when he gets the goosebumps. Anyways, if you guys get a chance to check out Casper Site, he's hilarious. He's got almost 1 million subscribers. Yeah, he's pretty entertaining to watch. Anyways, regardless, there's some sort of sacrifice here that needs to be made with the Hangman, because ultimately that it is a card of making a sacrifice. So what is it that you need to sacrifice? And judging by the reading, one of the things that needs to be sacrificed is control. Giving up control about regarding the direction that your life is headed, giving up control, sacrificing control within a relationship, just letting go, and so that you can move forward, so that you can grow. So, you know, just really surrendering yourself. Stop trying to control everything. Stop trying to micromanage every aspect of your life or every aspect of your relationship or your, you know, your family's life. Give yourself a break. Give other people a break. Stop being so hard on yourself and stop being so hard on other people. Understand that there are some things that are out of your control. You know, understand that other people, situations are out of your control. And just because someone isn't clinging to you or need you to micromanage their life, it doesn't mean that they don't love you, and it doesn't mean that they don't need you or want you in their life. So I don't know who this message was meant for, but whoever it is, I hope that this gave you a sense of clarity and insight. And if any of this reading did resonate with you, then please give me a like so that you can help it reach other people that it really needs. And then also it's a way to give back to me, because if you received something from this, if anything here resonated, then that means that you did receive something. And so, you know, have that equal energy exchange with me. And the universe also gives to those who give. And then also, if you'd like to try to win the next free reading, which I'm actually going to be giving away an extra free reading this month. It's going to be a 20-minute video. So I'm going to choose an extra winner this month. So if you want to win, all you've got to do is be subscribed, like the videos, and comment. Make sure that you at least leave me a crystal ball emoji, or just let me know that you're interested in winning, because I don't want to put anybody on the spot when I announce them as a winner. And from now on, I'm going back to announcing the winner by posting it, posting the winner, because I don't want anyone to miss out in case you don't have notifications. So what you'll do is just check the community section of this channel, or sometimes when you're scrolling YouTube, it'll show you like the posts or whatever. Sometimes it'll show up that way, but you can definitely see it by just going to my YouTube channel and then clicking the community, and then you'll see a post there. But I'll be posting that. I'll let you guys know though when I do post the next winner. So yeah, but the more you comment on my videos, the better your chances of winning, because I am randomly going to choose a video and then randomly choose one of the subscribers out of the comments that has also liked the video, and then announce them as the winner. So I'll be choosing the second winner very, very soon. And also, you can also get a reading by either sending me an email or checking out my Etsy shop, and that info will be in the description box below. And the Divine in Me bows to the Divine in You. Namaste.